Hello friends! Today we make this terrific wall sconce in mission style. Stay tuned! So mission style is the kind of furniture that Bridget and I prefer the most. It's a variation of arts and crafts, and some of the common features that are repeated are these vertical bars that go through and this sort of curved motif that you see right here. So this is going to be hanging on a wall like so, with a candle right here, and it will look great with the rest of the furniture that we have and that I'll be making. For materials today, we have a piece of oak. This one comes in plastic. Ooh, I picked this up at Menards a couple months ago. It's a 1x6x6, and I think there is more than enough material here for me to get 2 projects out of. So, let's get cutting. Alright, this is the wood that was left over after I was done with the mission style key rack. It should be more than enough that I need for this shelf. I'm not thinking anything taller than this or sticking out from the wall further than this. Yeah, we should be good. I'm thinking this should be enough to hold like a candle. Imagine mission style wall sconce. That's what we're going for here. We'll let this sit and glue overnight, and then in the morning I'm going to take this to the table saw and we will just flush up the top and the bottom, and we can sand this part before we build the rest of it. With the individual pieces cut, now I'm ready to take all of these to my router and put a 1/8 inch route over all the edges just to give them a nice finished look. Then we're going to sand them down nice and smooth, get rid of all the pencil marks, and glue it up. Here we go. Alright, let's take a look. We've got our left and right side supports and the base. Now you'll notice I cut a little bit of an angle off here just to make it not stick out so much, and then I reflected that angle here and then again at the tops, just trying to carry that theme all the way through. And for spacing, it's pretty arbitrary. I put a board in flush, another, this is a 3/4 inch board at the bottom, and that's how I line up my base. I'm just going to eyeball both sides, that should be enough. And I have the corners of these legs coming to the corners of the angles that I cut. So again, just making sure it looks straight. An eyeball is going to be more than enough for this. Same thing on the right hand side. Bring that down a little bit more. Okay. And that's how it's going to look. For all of the indoor mission style furniture that I'll be building this year, I finally decided on a kind of stain, and I'm going to be using Minwax Wood Finish English Chestnut. It blends closely to one piece of furniture that we have upstairs that I particularly like, so I hope this is right, because everything is going to be this. It's number 233. My technique for applying stain is fairly simple. I prefer stain instead of stain and polyurethane mix. I'd like to do finish coat after the stain. I've got a 2-inch nylon brush that I'm going to brush it on with. I'll be wiping off the excess with an old t-shirt, and then I wear gloves just to make sure it doesn't get too badly on my hands. All right, here we are, and both of these pieces right now, I've got to say, they look very nice. 2 coats of shellac, they look good. It's a nice deep color with the stain and a nice sheen with the shellac. I could leave it and be satisfied, but I could go one step further and be even happier. You can't tell so much with the camera when I turn it around to the back, but this is as smooth as a baby's bottom, or a freshly shaven cheek, no pun intended. So in order to get that feel to it, I'm going to take water with a little bit of soap in it, and I'm going to do a sanding with 400 grit sandpaper, and then I'm going to dry that off with a shop towel. Then I'm going to take 000, so 4 zeros, grade steel wool, and a little bit of paste wax. And we're going to rub that in and smooth it out with this. And then immediately thereafter, we'll buff off the wax with an old towel. Oh, and then we're done. It feels so good. So all in all, I think that project turned out pretty well. As you can see, it fits great in this spot on the wall. And as I take the candle away so you can see a different exposure, you see it goes well with the rest of the wood that we have. The other furniture is more this color, but these are the old 80-some-year-old doors that we have, and they look great. In answer to your question about heat, if you're going to have one, this does not get enough direct heat from this candle to be of any concern, so I'm not worried about any kind of fire. I thought this turned out well. It was a fun video to build as a sort of a companion video to the Mission key rack. If you haven't seen that, be sure to check the link in the description below or that video up there to check it out. I will definitely be practicing with that shellac technique more in the future. I think it made a really nice looking and feeling finish. It's got that professional gloss to it that I like. And I know this is going to get beaten up with wax in the future, you know, as things melt and drip off. And then you clean it up with water and, you know, just a lifetime worth of durability I think that shellac is going to provide. So, do you like Mission style furniture? What are your thoughts on this piece or any of the techniques that you've seen in this video? Be sure to let me know in the comments section below. While you're here, be sure and subscribe. Hundreds of videos, you're bound to like something. There's a Patreon page here too if you'd like to contribute directly to what you see. Thanks to my patrons who make all of my work possible. Be sure to check out the companion video, the Mission style key rack, and until next time, bye!